It's wild because what's up, everybody? This is a wild week in preview for me, folks. Hello and welcome to the week in preview, by the way, because I've got my new setup over here because my one of my computer monitors actually died this last week. Well, didn't die, but it was dying. Like, it wouldn't turn on easily. I had to fuck with it for like 5 to 10 minutes every day to get it to turn on fully. And I was like, I can't keep doing this. I need a setup that works. So I actually brought a television that I had in my bedroom ever since I moved here years and years ago that I never use, which is significantly bigger than my computer monitors in here, and it's as my second monitor, and it's huge. Like, the TV is much bigger for me to see, like, the week in preview, and it's like, whoa, I look so big on there, because, you know, I'm not a little webcam in the corner like I do for my gameplay streams. Here, I'm giant for the week in preview, right? So anyway, it took me back here for a second. Welcome to the week in preview, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Phil, obviously. Today is Sunday, September 24th, 2017, although the day's almost over for me. It's already past 8 p.m. as I'm filming this. We got a big week coming up. We got a lot of stuff coming up. New stuff, continuing stuff, finishing stuff. This is the final week before I take some time off. Next week, I will be taking some significant time off. I'll talk about that in a moment after I talk about this week's schedule. There's a lot to talk about. You know, Patreon is running out for this month, this week, so we'll talk about that in a moment. The one thing I want to get out of the way before I start up here. About a week ago, a little less than a week ago, it was Monday night of last week, I put out a video here on the King of Hate Vlogs basically stating that things at this point are looking pretty risky, meaning it looks like I may end up having some really bad news and everything going on behind the scenes that I can't really talk about, that I may end up being in a really bad financial situation. I may end up losing my house. There's a lot going on. The thing is, I don't really want to discuss too much about it because it's something that's happening right now behind the scenes of everything. And it's something that really, honestly, you guys don't really need to know about, but I wanted to get it out there to get it off my chest because really it was bothering me so badly when this kind of happened last week. And I wanted to let everyone know this past week, you know, if you saw that, I ended up being, you know, pretty either negative or you know, whatever this last week, that it was probably because of that. And honestly, I'll be honest with everyone. I don't think there could have been a better week for Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite to release because I was able to siphon all of my anger towards that game. Not to say that it wasn't well-deserved. Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite is a terrible game. For a competitive fighter, it is bad. It is just fucking so bad. It's so broken. The whole game is just fucking dashing combo span and doing safe moves instead of actually having any kind of like fundamental knowledge of fighting games. Most people who are playing this game and winning are people who actually aren't using any strategies that are for any kind of significant fighting game knowledge. It's just, oh, I learned this really abusable, insanely long combo, dash forward and do the hit string, tag out, dash forward and do the hit string, tag out, dash forward and do the hit string. Or the other thing is people do is they throw a slow projectile, then they dash forward, do the hit string, and there's nothing you can do about it. The whole game is that, pretty much. Now, I have picked a team in Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite that's much different. Slow-moving, doesn't have these giant combos, more based off of reactionary gameplay and skill rather than just dash into a pattern. Because that's how I enjoy the game. If I were to play Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite and play it as a game that was just a dashing pattern game, I would have zero fun, and I would probably never play it again. And that's just real talk, because a lot of people this week have said, Phil's complaining about the game all week. Why doesn't he just play it with the abusable shit like everyone else is doing online? And my answer is because then I wouldn't want to ever play it. I would have zero fun. It wouldn't feel like any kind of a challenge. It would just be a pattern masher, and I would never play the game again because it's a piece of shit. So admittedly, as soon as I went online, my coverage of Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite has been some salty stuff this last week, and it was partially because I think the game sucks, and partially because of this stuff underlying going on behind the scenes. Now, do I have any updates? No, I don't. Not yet. In fact, I have a really important appointment tomorrow afternoon that I got to make, and it's exactly when I would normally be streaming. It was kind of an emergency thing that I had to set up in order to basically start getting initial information on this situation that's going on behind the scenes. Okay, everybody? And listen, there's a lot of speculation. Some people said, is Phil's health? Is it Phil's financial situation? Some people were speculating that my house is going to get demoed. Some people were thinking that that it was IRS audit, and I put up a shell corporation called DSP Enterprises, and the federal government caught me, and now I'm being audited for tens of thousands of dollars of back taxes. None of that's true. That's all wrong. Okay, so you know, so many people hypothesizing all this stuff. That's really all wrong. It's a really a unique situation that I may or may not be able to disclose more information about as it happens. Right now, initially, this is really the first time I'm going to be having some major kind of focus on it and try to figure stuff out of what's going on here. All right. I hope that everything goes right here. I'll knock on wood. I hope that everything goes good. And that even if there is some kind of a negative impact, that is not some kind of huge debilitating impact on myself, on my ability to do live streams every day, on my ability to stay here. As you know, I've lived here for 3 years. My quality of my stuff has gone way the hell up ever since I moved out here. I mean, it's just the studio. It's a soundproofing studio now. This really is. It's an office/studio for my work. I do this a lot more professionally now than I used to. It's not me in an echoey, you know, living room. I got a professional mic set up with, you know, soundproofing foam. I got much better capture set up because of the way this is set up here. Because it's a small office, I can have everything, you know, up to snuff of how I need it. And if I were ever forced to sell this place and go to a smaller place, or, you know, God forbid, worst case scenario, actually move back to the East Coast, back to where I started, a lot of the things, the improvements that I put into the business / whatever you want to call this, because technically it's not a business. I know lots of other thing too, because I've been calling out that this thing is not a business, because it's not a legally registered business. And a lot of people have been saying, oh, that's why I think Phil's getting tax audited. It's not. This isn't a legally registered business at all. It's just me being self-employed, making some ad revenue on my videos on YouTube, making some ad revenue on my streams, and you guys subbing and, you know, cheering, tipping, Patreon. You know, all that is my income, and it's not a registered business or anything like that. But whatever you want to call it, I put a ton of time, effort, blood, sweat, tears into getting to where I am. And it just sucks that so many fucking bullshit circumstances have put me already financially in a position where I'm bad, and now all this shit going on behind the scenes that I can't really talk about may make things even worse. So I don't know. The future is uncertain, folks. What I can say to you is this. First of all, thank you for your support. This year has been one of, if not the most challenging year of my life. A lot of shit that happened. The YouTube adpocalypse. You know, going out of my 5-year-long relationship with my ex-girlfriend. Struggling through, you know, deader times in the summer. Trying to put out constant content with my throat being all fucked up like it was all summer, right? And finally, seemingly, you know, false copyright strikes as well during the summer. Let's not forget about those. And finally, seeming to come over the end, and now things have been good. You know, August was a great month on stream and on YouTube. September, you know, there's 6 days left in the month after today, and it's looking like it's going to be a good month overall, if not great, like August was. And you're like, wow, you know, all these positive things, and then all of a sudden something else comes to get me from behind. And the other thing that really irks me about this, unlike a lot of stuff that happens to me, like, you know, I've made some bad financial decisions. I openly admit that. You know, the decisions I made were based off of estimating that I would have the level of income that I had when I made those decisions, and it didn't. My income went over the past 3 years, and that's why I'm in a bad position right now. But this particular situation I'm in, there's nothing that I could have done to prevent it. I didn't do anything wrong. It wasn't a bad choice on my half. It has nothing to do with you as a viewing audience. Nothing. It's nothing like that at all. It's just overall shit. It's like the worst possible fucking luck, whatever you want to call it. And you think I haven't been through the ringer enough, being DDoS attacked, being doxxed, being swatted, false copyright strikes, you know, my channel falling out of YouTube search, basically being slandered all over the internet, you know, all the negative videos about me. That's not enough. Now this has to come out of fucking left field too on top of everything. It's like I said on Monday, it gets to a point where it's like, I don't know how much more I could take, man. I'm tired of being a punching bag. I really am. I just want to do what I'm doing and love it and have fun doing it and just stop with the abuse. I feel abused at this point. What the fuck is going on here that all this crazy shit keeps happening? So here's the deal. It's going to affect this week's schedule, and I'm going to explain how in just a moment. So that's kind of why I'm going through this, is like the intro to the week in preview. Is there's a lot of shit going on behind the scenes that's not good, that's affecting me, and I know it's coming through my videos and streams, and I apologize for that. That's why I did that last week. However, people have told me that the streams are great. They said, Phil, you know, even though you're being negative most of the time when you're playing Marvel, your streams are great. I mean, look at the freaking attendance. The attendance on the Marvel streams has been near 1,000, if not over 1,000 viewers every day that I play it. So obviously it's working, and people are coming out and cheering and subbing and tipping, and, you know, I'm getting ad revenue because I'm running ads when there's 1,000 people on stream. So I guess whatever I'm doing is working, okay? So now let's discuss this week. Tonight, I'm obviously not doing anything else. It's already past 8 p.m. here. In fact, after I'm done with this video, I've got a stack of bills like this I gotta fucking sit down and pay. Delightful. Best part of my month, let me tell you. Tomorrow, Monday the 25th. Yes, I am doing a stream, but I don't know when it's going to be because I do have this very important appointment that I have to go to in the afternoon. That was the only time available on an emergency basis to have this kind of appointment. And basically, the appointment's around like early afternoon, so I don't know when it's going to end. It could end up being quick. It could end up taking forever. I don't know. So what I'm going to do is this. Right here, at They Call Me DSP, social media, folks. What I'm going to do is go to this appointment. When the appointment ends, on the way home from the appointment, I'm going to grab some kind of food from somewhere. I don't even know where. Just something quick on the way. And eat it, and then I'm going to let you know when I'm home and I'm ready, and I'm going to get set up to play a Marvel stream. It's going to be around the usual 3 to 4 hours. Since I already have eaten, it won't matter, what time I start. So I can't promise you a start time. It could be afternoon. It could be later than that evening. I don't know. It could end up being like Friday. We were on this past Friday. An inspector had to come by to inspect the fire alarm in all these buildings here, and he ended up taking way longer than we estimated. So instead of doing an earlier stream, I canceled it. I went and did all my errands, came home, and just did a later stream for 3-4 hours. I may do that, okay? But it will be more Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite tomorrow whenever I get to actually playing, all right? Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, if all goes according to plan, all right? And I hope all goes according to plan. I guess we'll see. I want to do double streams every day. What I want to do is my first stream, normal time around 12:30 to 1 p.m. Pacific, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, and then at nighttime I want to do Mario plus Rabbids. If all does go according to plan, I may finish Mario plus Rabbids this week. So, that'd be great if I could wrap that up this week and get that game done, because it won't leave a big lingering game. This Friday, a game called Cuphead releases. It is an Xbox One and I believe PC exclusive. It's not on PS4. It's a shoot 'em up with cartoony graphics from like the old school cartoons. Supposedly people are saying it's really fun, but it's also very difficult. We'll see, I guess. So that starts Friday. That'll be my main stream for the day. There will be no second stream on Friday. Friday is the day when I go out and I do errands and stuff, guys. So maybe we'll see how many fucking Marvel videos I actually record this week. Maybe what I'll do is save some. So I'll do Cuphead, upload that, and then maybe have a little bit of Marvel that night or whatever. We'll see. And then Saturday, Sunday, typical Saturday, Sunday, where I'm going to be doing a double stream on Saturday. Sunday is the week in preview, but this is a weird one. And here's why I say this. This coming Sunday, so a week from today, is the 1st of October. What that means is that patrons will be starting to have their pledges processed, okay? But they won't be done. Now, this sucks, and here's why. Because typically what I do is the first Sunday night of October, I see what pledges went through, and then I send messages. I said the first Sunday night of October. I meant to say just the first Sunday night of the month, every month. The first Sunday night, I see what pledges processed, and I send messages out to those patrons and say, okay, thanks for pledging. I need this info from you to get you your upgrades or whatever it is that you earned for your perks for Patreon. This month, the pledges won't have completed. They won't have completed by Sunday night because the Sunday night is the 1st. So that means that sadly the patron pledges have to hold over an entire week till the 8th, all right? Now, the 8th is a special day, and I'll explain why in a moment because I'm going to take some time off. So I'll talk about that in a moment, the time off, because that's next week, not this week coming, okay? But the point I'm getting to is if you are pledging to my Patreon for this month, right over here, patreon.com/darksidefil. If you're pledging to try to make that Halloween horror marathon happen, you got 6 days left. You got to do it by the end of the month, midnight on the 30th. If you pledge $5 or more, you will be not only able to nominate and vote on the horror games for the marathon, but also you'll be able to vote on the kind of costume that I'll wear during the marathon. But we have to hit the goal. And right now, we're about $250 away from hitting the funding goal. It's doable. In 6 days, people could definitely step up and say, oh man, I want a private Q&A video from Phil, so I'll pledge $50, and some people might say, well, I really want the Halloween marathon to happen. It's happened 2 years in a row. I'll pledge so-and-so. And people may step forward and do it. If it doesn't hit the goal, I'm sorry, guys. That's how Patreon works. There's a celebratory goal if we hit the goal. If we don't hit it, I don't do the event. So if you want to see that Halloween event happen, please pledge to my Patreon by the end of the month, all right? Now, the next 3 months, I have totally different patron goals. For example, I've got one goal that's going to be around PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. One goal is going to be around a multiplayer event for patrons only. And one's going to be for for a Christmas event. Me playing holiday-themed Christmas games. Those goals, I actually think we'll do pretty well. Only because 3 totally new things, right? People are going to want to play multiplayer in the new games coming up. And, I've never played PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. Doing a whole marathon of that would be awesome. And I've never done a Halloween marathon of gaming ever. So this would be pretty cool. 3 new goals coming up in the next 3 months. So I think you guys will like those. I just hope we can hit this goal for this month, And it's not like, certainly not like I don't need the money. I do. I need the help right now financially and everything with everything going on. So please consider pledging, all right? But you are not, FYI, if you do pledge right now, I will not be messaging you on the 1st because all the pledges won't have even cleared yet by the end of the 1st. I got to wait a day or 2, and then what I do is I message the people whose pledges were declined. And I wait for them to maybe update their information and for that to clear. So I'll be messaging you about a week later. Now let me explain because I got to get to that, all right? So, recap of this week, folks. Tomorrow, I will be doing a stream on Monday, but I don't know when, but it will be Marvel vs. Capcom. Tuesday through Thursday, double streams. MvC on first stream. Mario plus Rabbids second stream. Friday will be Cuphead. And then Saturday, Sunday will be, more Cuphead. Saturday night, we'll have a second stream. Whether it's Marvel or whatever, it probably will be. Okay? Now, I'm going to be taking time off. I need it. I mean, you know how stressed now I've freaking been, especially with all the shit going on behind the scenes and everything. I'm going to be taking some time off from live streaming. Either starting the night of October 3rd or the day of the 4th. So it's either going to be Tuesday night, the 3rd, where I'll only do maybe a 1 main gameplay stream and then that's it. Or maybe I'll work that whole day and then the day of the 4th, I'll just start taking time off. I haven't decided yet. I have to see what happens. But what I'm planning to do, all right, is that Sunday, Monday, is probably do double gameplay streams, even though normally I wouldn't do a double stream on like a Sunday. All right. More than likely what I'm going to do is try to really hammer it in and do as much gameplay as I possibly freaking can. Because I want to do some extra sessions for you guys so that when I'm away for a few days, I have videos to upload. So example here, when I had time away in July, what I did is I played extended sessions of Dark Souls and I only uploaded maybe 10, 12 videos a day. And then I stretched it out so there were videos of Dark Souls and fighting games all that week when I was gone. I'm going to try to do the same thing here. What I'm going to try to do that weekend is try to play as much Cuphead as I can, maybe finish it, do more MvC, you know what I mean? And I want to squeeze in another session of Ultra Street Fighter 2 as well. Because typically when I play Ultra Street Fighter 2, I get a shitload of videos out of it. And at that point, I won't have played it for several weeks. I'll be craving it again. So while I'm gone, when I'm not here during my time off in early October, you're going to see Cuphead, MvC, and Ultra Street Fighter 4, all videos going live on DSP Gaming, so there's really no relative downtime when there's nothing going on the channel, all right? Now, like I said, maybe that Tuesday night, the 3rd, or if not, the 4th, definitely. No live streams for the 4th, the 5th, the 6th, and the 7th. 4 straight days, there'll be no live streaming, okay? I'll be doing personal shit. I'll be trying to get my shit in order. Like I said, with all this stuff going on behind the scenes, I need time to do that. I'll be trying to clean the house, a lot of shit. I'll be trying to do a lot of shit. We'll see, how it goes behind the scenes here and everything. But I need the time off. I really do. So I'm going to have a few days off there. All the videos will be going live and added to playlist and everything. I'll be taking a little bit of time off those 4 days. I'll be coming back on the 8th. All right. Now, what I want to do on the 8th is twofold. Number one, I do want to do a gameplay stream, but it's going to be later in the day. It'll probably end up being like the second half of the day, like a nighttime session stream return. What's it going to be is actually up in the air. Right now, I have a fan. My phone's over there. I have a fan who sent me a code to be in the beta of the Star Wars Battlefront 2 beta. And I was like, that's interesting. That could be a fun return stream. The problem is the code I think he has is Australian, and I don't know if it's going to work on the United States PSN. I'm actually going to try that tonight and see if it works. And if it does, the beta is running, I believe, that day, the 8th, when I'm going to return. And what I'll do is I'll play it that night. That'll be a fun return stream of 2-3 hours. I'll be doing the Star Wars Battlefront 2 beta, right? But we'll see. I have to see if it works or not. If not, I'll probably just return and do like Marvel or something, okay? And then, starting that week, that Monday will just be finishing up whatever I want to finish up. Maybe I'll want to do, maybe if I haven't finished Cuphead, I'll finish Cuphead. Maybe I want to do more Marvel, a final session or whatever. Basically get it out of my bones, whatever the leftovers are. Because that Tuesday is the release of Middle-earth Shadow of War. All right? And you may say, oh, that's cool. But, is that the only game that week? Yeah, and here's why. Because I know that game's going to be long as hell. If you remember, the last one was over 20 hours long. That Friday is The Evil Within 2. So I have to basically play Middle-earth Shadow of War within 3 days, try to finish it, to get ready for Evil Within 2 coming out that Friday. By the way, I then have to try to finish up The Evil Within 2 by Tuesday, because guess what comes out on Tuesday? South Park: The Fractured But Whole. Holy shit. So within a 2-week time, 3 giant AAA blockbusters that you guys want to see and I'm dying to play all back to back to back. That's going to be a freaking awesome time for me. I'm going to be coming back from time off and going right into fun-ass stuff. I cannot wait, okay? I really can't. That's going to be exceptionally good in my opinion. I can't wait. I hope you can't wait either, because that, I can't wait. I hope people are out, come out for the streams, get hype, and watching the videos. I hope you get hype. I really do, because that's really, I think, the week that I'm going to get super excited for the hardcore gaming season this year. Because, by the way, after those 2 weeks, you got 3 more releases by the end of the month. The week after, or the month after that, you got Call of Duty World War II, Sonic Forces, Need for Speed. And there's more, I can't even see it. It's out hanging off my calendar. It's blocked by my new big TV. I can't even see my fucking calendar anymore. But, there's so many games coming out within October and November. I'm just going to be busy as shit the entire time, okay? I've been asked the question. Ooh, got a little tweak there in my neck. I've been asked the question. Phil, are you going to continue to do fighting games on Sundays? Because it seems like you've had a lot of fun all summer doing Ultra Street Fighter 2. Then last weekend you played Dragon Ball FighterZ. And now this weekend you played Marvel. And it's, your weekend streams for fighting games are getting great attendance. Are you going to keep doing that? If people really want it, sure. If people are genuinely excited and enjoying my fighting game coverage and they want to see me do it on a weekly basis, I'd be willing to do it. Especially with Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. If I don't play that game once a week, I'm going to get rusty as fuck. And I'm just going to start getting my ass whooped every time I touch the game. Especially because what's going to happen. The meta game will develop and you'll see all this new shit. Now, right now, it's all fucking combo spam. But who's to say in 2-3 months if the game dramatically changes, right? And people find ways to destroy the combo spam and beat it easily. And now, you've got a totally different game to play. I don't know, but I would consider doing a fighting game, whether it's Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite or if it's Ultra Street Fighter 2, or maybe I alternate between the two or whatever. I would definitely consider doing that if people are interested in me doing that moving forward, okay? All right. I think I've pretty much at this point covered almost everything. Yeah, I guess so. I covered this whole week. I covered my time off, and when I'm going to come back and what I'm going to do when I come back. So at this point, I think I've covered pretty much everything, and you guys are in the know of what to expect, all right? I will say this. If and when I finally have some definitive news on all this shit going on behind the scenes, that I feel like I can share with you, and it's healthy to do so. Not that I'm going to share you information when something's already in process and now it can affect the process, because what's going to happen. Already people are already making these wild theories, these crazy-ass fucking theories that are just insane. Like Shell Corporation. I couldn't believe that one. It was like this elaborately drawn-out conspiracy theory I saw in my forums. I'm like, Jesus Christ, these fucking people have so much free time to think this shit up. I couldn't have thought that shit up. Seriously. But anyway, the point I'm making is I'm dying to tell you what's going on, but right now it would not benefit me to do so until I have more information for you. And until I'm in a situation where I know exactly how what's going on is going to affect me in the long term. Okay? So why tell you about something now when I have no idea what's going to happen? I mean, best case scenario, again, maybe the whole thing is just blown out of proportion and will not affect me too big at all. And I could just keep doing this and then I never have to mention it again. Worst case, having to lose everything and basically sell off everything in the house, sell the house, move back to Connecticut. That would not be good. That would be horrible. That would be really like giving up, basically. Throwing in the towel after busting my ass for so long. And I don't want to have to do that. But it's like I said in the video last week. Some things can't be helped. And, sorry that I never made it big on YouTube like everybody else did. Who, it's funny because I'm so, everyone knows who I am. Everyone knows Dark Side Phil. But I'm not rich. But yeah, everyone knows who I am. Versus everyone else who's like big names on YouTube all have the fucking insane amount of money and shit. And, I never got there. Crazy, because if I was in that situation, I'd probably be okay. But that's it. I'm not. I'm already extended to the point where you guys know I'm barely paying my bills, and now something else creeps up, and it's like, this is just insanity at this point. So I'll let you know when I have more information. The way I'm approaching it is this. I gotta be here every day. I gotta try to stay positive, do what I do, have fun doing it, and share those experiences with you, the gameplay experiences, on a daily basis, and try not to let all this shit get to me behind the scenes. And, sometimes this week, I tweeted it late at night. I couldn't even sleep up till 6 in the friggin' morning. Got to be up in like 3-4 hours for work. And, I'm like, but I'm going to do my best, folks. If anything, I'll say this. So many people have contacted me over the years, and they said, Phil, with all the shit you put up with, the nasty shit people have done to you, the things that happen with your, going on with your YouTube channels and your streaming and everything, because YouTube changing everything and you're making way less money and all this shit that you've gone through, and you're being, we all know your situation because you tell us about it, that I'm an inspiration because I don't give up, right? Because I'm here every day and I'm still plugging through it, and I say, fuck it. Fuck you to the trolls and everything. And look, we just had a major troll group that's been on my ass for years. We're gone now, finally, for good. And the thing is, I know that the negative association with me is never going to go away. There's always going to be people making fun of me on the internet. That's okay. At least now, though, it seems like people who are trying to hurt me, legitimately do harm to me, those days may be at an end, which is a good thing. But with all the adversity and shit that's been thrown my way over the years, so many people said, Phil, I would have given up, man. I would have went and said, fuck YouTube. I would have went and got a job or whatever and said, fuck this. Enough is enough. But you keep plugging through, and I am. I'm doing my best, guys. I don't want to give up. I don't. I believe that I can still make this work if I still fucking dedicate myself and I get through stupid shit like what I'm about to start going through here coming up. Yeah. So we'll see. When I have information to share with you guys, I will. Right now, I don't think it would behoove me or you to be sharing information when I really don't have any definitive information on the true situation behind the scenes. So we'll see what happens, all right? If anything, thank you for watching the streams. Thank you for watching the YouTube videos. Thank you for being supportive. Thank you for your support, because I could not have gotten this far without you. That's the God's honest truth. There's no way I would have ever kept doing this without your support. If I didn't have the support that I have, how would I have gotten up in the morning to keep doing this, with all the shit that I have to put up with? A long time ago, I think. And then, particularly this fucking year, are you kidding me? I mean, some of the horrendous stuff. Seriously, YouTube apocalypse, break up with my girlfriend, false copyright strikes, and now what I'm going through now. And it's like, all in 1 year. That's enough that once a year, one of those things is bad enough. I went through 4 of those fucking things now in a year. Gotta keep going, folks. We gotta keep going. All right. Thank you for watching the weekly preview. Hope to see you for MvC, Mario plus Rabbids, and Cuphead this week. There will be a new DSP Tries It later in the week as well. I feel I should mention that because I forgot to. And that is it. Without further ado, 6 days left. Remember to pledge to Patreon. Without further ado, thank you to the August patrons who contributed and allowed me to keep doing what I do on a daily basis. Thank you, everyone. See you tomorrow. Peace out. And remember, check Twitter to find out when I'll be streaming on Monday.